Hello and welcome to another episode of All Out Pummeling. I'm JP, one of the coaches of the Toddies and Torricats, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
I'm Joe, coach of the Kruger and Crocodiles.
And I'm PK, coach of the Luton Town Leafeons.
How are we all doing today, boys?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Solid.
Accidentally ate a mouldy yogurt earlier. That was a low.
A mouldy yogurt?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was bad. It was like 5 days in date, and I licked the lid, and I was like, "This tastes like mold." And then I looked down, and I was like, "Bleh." just like bleh.
Gagging,
just
vomiting.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was just like bleh, just like yogurt bleh, into the sink and just like
Yeah, that sounds super gross.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
I'm being drafted back into work next week.
Really?
It's like lockdown's over, yeah.
Is it? No, it's not.
No,
it's
lockdown's
not.
over, apparently.
No, it's not.
No, apparently it is.
No, it's really not. This is the
But
point
apparently it is.
where, no, it's not like we're at the peak. This is literally the worst time to stop lockdown.
I'm going.
Yeah, I've not been given the start date yet still, so I'm just, stood in here.
It's fine. Hopefully the office will be like empty. I think there's only gonna be like 3 of us in, so fingers crossed should be okay.
Okay.
But still, just
Be sure to be at least 2 meters apart.
can you not
That's
just
the
be like,
intention.
I want to carry on working from home, thanks.
I was enjoying working from home, but it's weird because they kind of like it's like the next step up in what I could be doing. So it's like I kind of want to make sure that I do it because it would be good for
Progression
career
and
stuff.
whatnot. Yeah.
Do you know what's also good? Not getting coronavirus.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
there
is
is
also
that.
very good. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'll just bring like a giant hula hoop around me. No one will come near.
Yeah, you just need to get Joe's preventative measures that you were using.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, you need to do some
Burn
of
all your clothes after
Yeah.
every day. And
That's what I was thinking. If Joe can do it, I can sure as hell do it, and I'll do a much better job of it.
But I have to do it. I don't want to
he
do it. There's a difference.
Well, I don't want to do it either, but I have to do it, and I'm going to
Well,
do it in
you
a damn
don't.
fine, but
Yeah.
better than you.
Sure. Yeah, if you must.
Anyway, once again, we have to be sadly reminded that this is a Pokemon show, and the finals.
It's finals week. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, we're going to be covering the Black Final, featuring the Frankfurt Frogadiers and the Swindon Slowbros.
The season
Yes,
is almost
indeed.
over, except for some of us that ended a while ago.
Yes, some of it sooner than others.
I tried to cling on.
Same.
Alas.
Do you know, it was kind of funny and sad at the same time when a week later Becky was like, "Oh, so when are we doing next Pokemon prep?" And I was like, "We're not. Game's over. We lost. that was knockout."
Go
So it was
home.
like-
Yeah.
it was just
Go
like,
home
"Oh,
and be a family man.
You'd clearly
You
be
didn't tell me
paying
that.
attention.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It was like, do I need to tell her the point
Yeah.
that it's the
That's the thing,
knockouts when everyone else has been saying it?
Because I told her I was out of the tournament already, and this I feel like she asked you after I was out, and you'd already been out for like
okay.
a round.
Yeah,
so
no.
it's like
Oh dear, that's very
Oh
funny.
well.
But yeah, so this was a super hype match.
Oh, it was. We were watching live as
we
it was
were
going down.
making many
Yes.
theories and plans as to what was going to happen.
Yes, we could not have predicted
Nope.
how that game was going
None of
to
us
end.
predicted how it ended up.
We
Yes.
kept sort of thinking, oh no, it's all Seb's. Seb's got this, and they were like, oh no, maybe the Slowbros have got it in the back, or possibly if this happens, then that mean that happens down the line. But it depends on the set on this thing. If that
Yeah.
thing's full HP, full
and he needs
attack
to
with
bring
a
in
choice
this.
scuff, then it wins.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think at 3 different points in the game, I had been like, this person's won. There's no way. There's no way anything can happen to change that. That's just how it is. There's no way back.
Yeah, and we were trying to.
Yeah.
So it was like, should he bring this in here to find out if he has this? But then we were like, but
Yeah.
if he knows it has that, it doesn't really matter.
and then a switch would happen, and we all went, "Oh, I would have done that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a terrible move." And then it like worked out perfectly for him. We were like, "Oh, well, you know,
I was like, okay,
guess
maybe,
so then."
maybe. Like, if you've got that set, that's fine.
Yeah. All right, should we have a look at the lineups then?
Yes, indeed.
Toledo.
So here we are. So Seb is rocking the Mega Blastoise, or the assumed to be Mega Blastoise, the Mew, Salamence, Rhyperior, coming back after It's
it's come to
one of its
a
few
surprising amount
appearances.
of matches.
Yeah, showed up
this
last
season.
week and wrecked me. So
Wrecked me when I had against it. Yeah,
Yep.
it's been putting in work. Solid pick right there.
He has benched the Oricorio this time for two much better mons with the the Rotom Frost and the Klefki.
Take that back.
Did Oricorio do anything for you when you had it, PK?
It was my check to Mega Venusaur when I was against Ray. But yeah,
That tier 5 for your,
yeah.
your Mega.
the psychic type revelation dance, like it was, and then also had Zed Hurricane, I think. But yeah, no, Oricorio, it did some
Yeah.
things.
got the
It
right
did
stamp
things.
for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
It at least came to 2 matches, maybe 3. So there you go. What more can you ask for?
That's true. To be fair, it's always on my radar purely because it could be 4 different types. So for Draft League, that's just really good, right?
It's a very JP mon as well.
Oh, it sure is.
Although it doesn't get the moves really to be a good JP Mon, because it only really gets 2 moves. Like,
I feel like I didn't have enough JP Mons this season.
yeah.
That's why maybe I was more down on my team.
Been-
Like we had
yeah.
Hooper Unbound, but it's just it's so frail and it's not fast enough.
You also did have another person kind of, have her say in this as well, like taking some of your pick slots.
I would have said she muddied your waters, but I think what she did was actually demud your waters.
Yeah,
and-
she tried to drag me out of the mud several times. There were
It just
points in the
wasn't the
conversation.
same.
Well, there was points in our conversations where I was saying, "Oh, we could do this. It would be great," and then Joe would be like, "Oh yeah, or you could do this," and then Becky would just completely tune out, and then I'd be like, "Becky, what do you think of this?" And then she would just be like, "No." No, why? Why
I don't
not?
like how it looks. No.
Less that, more like, no, the strat's stupid and you should stop thinking that.
But what is on the Swindon Slowbros side of the team? Enough about you, JP.
They have the
is still a
evolved
Pokemon
form
show.
of Torracat. Oh, no, have we got back onto that somehow?
Segue the guards.
So with the cards, there we got that Incineroar, we got Decidueye, oh no, Decidueye, we've got Gyarados, a Diancie, assumed to be a Mega Diancie, Latias, and it's the Raichu, which
The
is
Jamie
not...
Rat.
Well, yeah, I was thinking it's not Jamie Rat, it's Tanner the Raichu.
Tanner.
isn't it?
Another Raichu.
Tanner, yes. Oh, how do we think the lineups stack up against each other?
I would, in lineups, I would give it to the Slowbros, but Deb he's got some tanky boys right there.
I'm surprised the Klefki and maybe even the Rhyperior came along, considering there's a Magic Bouncer and a Dark typing Intimidator on the other side. Like, you feel
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you're not gonna set up any hazards, so not sure why the Klefki is there.
Yeah, for sure. The Rhyperior, I know we'll see its set, is actually really good for this game.
Yes,
Surprisingly, yeah.
From turn 1, we find that out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
What it
Yes,
is.
this thing has a job, and that job is to
does
nullify that
It does
Raichu.
it very well. Yeah.
But yeah, you would look at it and think, okay, maybe for the Diancie and the Incineroar is pretty good, but it's not like in Arno. I think Latias can get Energy Ball, Raichu gets Grass Knot.
Even Incineroar gets Grass Knot, and you've got
Really?
Hidden Power Grasses, and
even
Yeah.
Diancie just with a Moonblast
And
is still
leaf
going to
blades
do
and everything.
a lot of damage.
but as we see, the set he brought is just enough to do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I think they both had some tricksy stuff on both sides. This is what I like about the finals is people start bringing out their tech. Like
Yeah.
it's a mixture of like solid, good sets with
Yeah.
a little sprinkling of what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Whereas I want to go all the what the fuck is that way.
I know what you mean. But yeah, this was one of the best matches of the season. Like we were popping off in the chat.
Oh, for sure. Like the last few turns specifically, there were obviously some long pauses because they're important turns and what they were going to do, and we were coming up with so many different ways and arguing with one another which way we thought was best and what they'd do, and it was a very fun game to watch.
Yeah, we had super sexy handsome John in the chat with us as well, because obviously he was rooting for his protege, Seb.
Yeah.
And we were sort of undecided.
I nailed my colours to the last episode. So.
Yeah, I think I flim-flam between the two. I was like,
Yeah.
like, I know
It's
that
exciting
while
either
watching
way,
it,
isn't it? At this point,
yeah, I
all
think
the villains are out. So.
That's true. I think part of me wanted Seb to win, but then I found throughout the course of the match I wanted the Slowbros to win. I don't know why, but it's just how it ended up.
I think we've waffled enough. So
Shall we hop in and
Yes.
start seeing?
turn one that we're particularly talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Ready on slow in 3, 2, 1, go. Battle started.
Here we go.
And there's that right here into
versus
Tanner.
Tanner.
So this is an interesting matchup because you think that Grass Knot is going to knock out 4 times effective.
However, full HP, full special defense with an assault vest.
Yeah.
Apparently, it only takes 49% from that grass.
Riperia's special
go
defense is only 55, but it's got 115 HP, and it just took it.
Yeah, and Raichu would have been really good for this game because it outspeeds everything. It's got a good stab for the Blastoise, even still right against Salamence.
Right there is the first free Volt Switch we see for this Rotom. Because every time it comes out against that Gyarados, you just click Volt Switch for free and get free damage off on anything.
Yeah, because either it's going to hit for big 4 times effective damage. If it subs, it's going to break the sub. And if you switch to something else, he gets the switch
Again,
up for
free damage.
Free chunk of damage, and then gets to switch to whatever he needs to counter it. So right here, we see the second free Volt Switch, I think, coming out after a Protect.
And that's another important thing why the Raichu being down so early is not ideal.
No
for
lightning
Slowbros.
rod.
No lightning rod, yeah.
Yeah, so these first few turns seem to be all in Seb's favour.
Yep.
But it's a good decision to have a leftovers Gyarados,
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
somewhat
Interesting.
unusual.
It's a Moxie leftovers because it hasn't intimidated, so it's sort of it seems to be a
Bulky
weird
Moxie.
mix.
I think it has Dragonauts as well, doesn't it?
I can't
I don't
remember if
think
we
so.
see
I
it
don't think we
later.
ever seen it.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't think we ever see it.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll find out.
Oh, the Dragon Tail they're dragging out.
Getting the Intimidate
Nicely.
off, which is kind of lucky.
Yep.
Gets that switch off.
It does get U-turn.
Here we see
So now it
a
goes
wrongly
off.
predicted Dark Pulse there. Fearing, of course, he
Oh.
would just click, Water Pulse and kill this Tiger.
Yeah, but Dark Pulse there is actually a really nice click because you think he's probably not going to stick around into the Incineroar, so the Dark Pulse
It
is
is
just
exactly,
the best move.
exactly.
option, yeah.
So it's on the Slowbros there to grit their teeth and stay in and risk
Yes,
it. So
intimidate that Clef Key.
we start seeing. This is a scary thing to see set up on you.
In the chat,
Yeah.
you were like, "We need to see a big Flare Blitz right now,"
Yeah,
and there it
yeah,
is
yeah.
straight away.
So after 9 defense,
that's ridiculous damage.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Still doing a lot.
I was like, "Is that choice bad?" But it can't be because it's. I mean,
It switched moves.
yeah. So
it still did a nice
And then-
35%, and then the
Oh, the
burn.
burn.
That
This was
burn
big.
does matter.
Yeah.
yes.
This thing is Dragon Dance Moxie Salamence, and it needed to get balling, and it just
Yeah,
doesn't.
like, an Earthquake might kill this now, but you can just go into Latias. Oh,
Nice to stay in and knock off.
Oh, he's
and
gonna
then-
get that boost one way or another. Super Sonics go
So
straight.
he gets him down. Moxie takes him up to 2 times attack, so he's back to his original attack stat now,
Yeah.
Yes.
but dies to 1 turn of burn.
But that
Yeah,
is
which is
one of the switch-ins on the Rotom and the Rhyperior gone now.
Yeah, for sure. But there's a nice just protect to wait out the burn,
And the Mew
Nice.
actually as well.
and that's Seb's first casualty.
Yes.
But he's still,
But
you know,
Still, and here
the
we
ascendancy.
get another free Volt
Yeah,
Switch.
Rotom can just come in and do whatever it wants.
Yep. Yep. And
Mew,
I think he's a
interestingly.
fast boy. Goes into Mew here. Yeah, I was wondering why not.
Yeah, maybe not the Blastoise again, which we've seen before. Scares it out with the Dark Pulse.
Yes,
But I guess behind a light screen, maybe it just wasn't
I was
enough.
gonna say, did we? I think we'd already seen that Latias
double
had
nasty
screens
plot.
earlier, so he probably felt it was a good time to get set up.
Yeah, did we think maybe because he knew this was a bulky
So,
Latias? Ooh,
This was a
he
key
had time to do
turn.
it.
Yeah.
Seb was not aware that the Mega Evolving speed change that happened in Season 7 would mean that the Mega Diancie would go first and crack the Mew for 60% of its health.
Yeah.
Yes, I changed
Yeah.
that from Gen 6 because
Yeah.
Mega Beedrill was terrible.
And it's Tailwind we see come out. And
yeah, interesting. Full support Latty.
yeah, we were not expecting that. And then also him switching. I was like, but he's faster, so we can just kill it. And then they switched, and it's like, all right, taking 3 damage and wasted Light Screen and Tailwind, but it works out because Gyarados comes in, gets 3
in the
Moxie.
Tailwind. But we know this thing, the most powerful thing it can do is 33%-ish. So even with a Moxie boost, that only goes up to 57, lets it live, and then gets taken down by the Volt Switch.
Yeah.
So...
But Rotom is now low. And
it is now
way
low
to recover health on Seb's side.
But there's still a hell of a lot of work to do with a 7% full support Latty, which is now dead.
We spent a lot of time talking about whether he should go into Decidueye. JP thought that was the right play, and we were like,
yes,
it doesn't matter.
Because you want that information as to whether he has Aqua Jet or not. Because
we didn't think it mattered at the end.
Well, if you save the Latias for after Arno's dead, you know the Latias is dead weight. You might as well chuck it out.
But here it comes.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I defend.
And then we were like, Tailwind. The final bastion.
So
against the Frogadiers.
The Shadow Claw crit, I'm not sure it would have mattered because of...
Yeah.
But there is the 2 times defense bonus, so I'm not sure whether... I think...
That
but at this point...
The play, we were so hyped. We were screaming.
Yeah.
We're like,
oh, yeah.
I think they've done it.
Yeah, so that was actually choice Scarf Rotom.
Oh.
So the Tailwind allowed us to outspeed the Rotom so it doesn't die to a Blizzard that we would have had to hit. And then, it can just sweep from there. And that was like the biggest turnaround hype clicks. Like, we were thinking, like, what we're going to do with Shadow Six?
Like, Shadow Sheet is sleeping. It's like, no one expected another Tailwind user on the team, and let alone Zed Tailwind from the Decidueye.
Because we were looking and we thought, if this thing is full HP, full attack adamant, it still lives everything that his whole team can do and cracks them back to kill. So we were like, he still has it if he has that set, but we didn't know if this was going to be like a roosty, bulky sort of thing or what. And then came out with this set and it was like, that'll do it as well.
Maybe
that'll
Zed
do the
move
job.
because they hadn't seen a Zed move yet, so we're like, maybe, but definitely not that one. That was the time to bring out the play. It was a 4v1 it had to go through.
It was 4 months left on its own. So
that's crazy.
Then weren't we saying that? I think we were saying that Seb, if he brought Mons in a different order, probably had a chance to win it. We were saying.
I think
was
trying to remember.
Like Rotom, if he'd sent out Rotom first, you think?
If he'd gone to Rotom first before the Tailwind was set up, yes, because he sets off a.
Because he kills Rhyperior.
The first turn he uses a Leafy Blade to kill Rhyperior without the Tailwind. And then it's the next turn when Seb goes to the Clef Key that he can then set up the said Tailwind. Whereas if he went straight to the Rotom, he would outspeed and click Blizzard, and that might have been enough to kill as long as the Blizzard hit.
Yeah, presuming Blizzard, or even I mean, I guess Volt Switch wouldn't have done a lot because it's grass type, but maybe the damage would have meant he could then Aqua Jet and then switch out and then Aqua Jet again and then,
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Either way, but
I think you go for the 70% hope to kill with the Blizzard, I guess.
Yeah, so. But again, at that point in the game, he's probably, 4 Mons to the boys' 1. They think, maybe I've got this.
Yeah, so there was also some tech in that game that didn't get to see the light of day. I've just been perusing the post-game chat, and Seb was very sad about the Mew going down when it did, because he wanted to show off the set, which was Adrenaline Orb.
Oh yeah, for the Intimidate.
For the Intimidate, yes. So
because I guess
come at a good time, get a big boost.
The double Intimidate potentially from the the Gyarados and the Incineroar. That's actually it's not a bad choice there, because you'd presume they'd bring both of them for this match. So
and they're kind of the checks for Mew in a way, because they are the ones that are going to be using Crunch and Knockoff and things like that. That was our Zekrom Cup final, and our winners advancing to the grand final are going to be the Swindon Slowbros.
Yes,
the A-League boys.
Yes, they are.
Which unfortunately means that there will be some silverware in the boys' cabinet again.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe we'll refresh it.
Yeah, but this is the team silverware, not individuals. So they have a separate thing.
It's all tracked separately.
If they go back separately, then they won't have it on their records.
They've got to fight over who keeps the trophy. Oh yes, keep it. Take it in turns. But yeah, and they will be in the grand final, joined by the winners of the white final, which you guys watching, if you're on the wider world of YouTube, you won't have seen any of it. But if you are in the league, then yes, you will know that it will be super sexy, handsome John's Worcester Wartortles that are going to be taking it to them.
There was some curious play by Ed in that, namely throwing away his Thunderous, but in my opinion...
Had no defog? No defog, took rock after rock after rock.
Yeah.
A Volt Switch team that its whole job is to switch around, and most of it is weak to rocks.
Yep.
With no defog.
Yeah, with 4 defoggers on the team.
Yeah.
5 defoggers.
Was it 5?
5 out of his 6 mons could have had defog.
Oh my god.
And stupid Sexy John
unfortunately
had some HP investment in the Haxorus, which meant its sub didn't die. And he got free dance.
Free setups.
And then tanky subs.
And took it from that. That was a very good set for the Haxorus in the game.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it was quite close for like a long time because they were just trying to switch around, but it always just seemed like John was coming out just slightly on top because the Stealth Rock was better against Ed's team than the Spikes were against John's team. Yeah. And then also he could just rapid spin them out.
Yeah, so he had rapid spin rather than defog, so he'd only get away from, he'd only move away the ones affecting him, not affecting both sides of the field. So
once the Starmie was no longer at risk, it was freest rapid spin of your life.
Rapid spin,
And it was just all over from there. It was a good watch. I've got to say the black final was more hype in my
for sure.
I don't think anyone would say otherwise, but
but what it does mean is that we're going to have super hype grand final between the Swindon Slowbros and the Worcester Wartortles. And so I think the plan for that is it will be live streamed.
Bring it to you live. We're gonna bring it to you live.
Roar and Wrigley.
Normally would be hosted by Random of the Swindon Slowbros, however they are competing, so it will fall upon all our Pummeling.
Yes, indeed. You're left with us, unfortunately. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, if you're looking forward to Random commentating their own games, which actually, to be fair, if I could just watch Random streaming their game, that would be that'd be great.
That would, but there are a couple of things planned. As I said, we may have a special guest joining us.
Yes, we may have a special guest, so I don't know, we're going to take it in turns, because there'll be a lot of people talking at the same time. There'll be like 12 people. No.
I know, I think,
Well,
we'll work it out.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Cool. Yeah, like, people can dip in here and there, It won't be that much of a clusterfuck.
No, it should be alright. Should be A-okay.
Yes, fingers crossed.
It should be A-O-P.
Fingers crossed. Hey, Lamar. So plan at the moment is for it to be on JupTV on Twitch. However, that could change depending on my internet situation or if we decide to use a different platform for whatever reason.
We will spread the word for sure.
Yes, in fact, probably by the time this episode has gone up,
I was going to say, depending on
might actually be up already. But it will be sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because as far as I'm aware, a date hasn't been set for the actual match itself, so...
No, but hot picks are for this weekend.
People will know, yes. Yeah.
So keep your eyes free.
Yeah.
And we don't have any name raiders for you today, because...
There's a wall of shame.
You got 2 boys out there who just don't want to give it to them.
They just don't want to share them, so...
Don't want to share.
I'm done pestering people, so...
I was going to say, it's the end of the season. It's not really time to pester people. Like, people just want to see the final and decide their team for next season.
Yeah, if you want to send them through, we can read them out before... we can read them out before the matches, or...
Part of our pre-show,
Yeah, or we can sling them in a All-Out Pummeling special at some point afterwards. Oh, should I actually say, we haven't said the grand final will be a best of 3, lopsided best of 3, where the winner of the black final, or the Curium Cup, has to beat the winner of the white final twice, because they had a weaker group stages, so that's kind of what they're working for in the group stages.
Yes, so the Slowbros will have to defeat the Wartortles twice to get the win.
Yes, whereas the Slowbros only need to win the once.
No.
Oh, sorry,
other way around.
Wartortles only need to win once.
Wartortles only have to win once.
Yeah, so it's
And the Rays and the Doms win half a time, and then they get the bronze medal.
From as a spell it.
Miss Il Toe.
Hey. Come on, too soon. It's only been a few days since then.
Unfortunately, you didn't get it too soon. That was the issue.
I should really use my powers of editing to just edit these bits out, but I just know that they're too funny and I can't rob the
But
people.
think of the feedback you got. Like,
Yeah, everyone loved you being an idiot. So.
exactly. We just have to suffer through it. They get to enjoy it. Yeah.
That's true, and I just get to, live on in ignorance of my own incompetence.
Exactly.
But yes, so that unfortunately does mean a little bit shorter episode of All That Pummeling today.
Yeah, this is the shortest episode we've probably had.
I think so. I don't
know if to apologise or to say
be like, you're welcome.
Yeah. Even made it shorter.
Flash up a picture, comfort, go. Yeah, so really looking forward to the grand final. It's going to be super hype. I hope you're all looking forward to it as much as we are. And yeah, hopefully this episode will air before then.
I guess we'll probably be doing post-match interviews with the players after the finals. So if there are any questions anybody wants us to ask on their behalf, send them in, let us know. We'll,
yes, because I don't think they'll be watching the chat or the stream to avoid
possible spoilers and stuff.
Yes. So anything you want us to communicate to them, please do let us know.
This information will be repeated when we actually, have a concrete plan.
Yes, there'll be
we're trying
something.
Trying to hack our own Rodom phone to speak to the boys directly.
What's a low budget Rotom? That we can use, because this show was always the
we could have a Ditto turning into Rotom turning into a
Nokia 330
The show was always the grimy underbelly to the out of your league's upper classes.
And then I fucking brought the quality up.
And you did
while swearing the whole time.
I'm keeping it real with this low quality mic, this poor setup, backlight, doing whatever. I'm trying to keep us in our roots, keep us grounded.
That is true.
Ingrained.
After the season's over, we'll probably do
I will probably get a new mic and a new
hopefully PK will upgrade his equipment. Hopefully I will be able to sort my internet out after Corona's
Never
happening. No. But yeah, hopefully we can get our shit together.
Stream from your office. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I think the VPN might stop it or something. I don't know.
So then you get your VPN.
Yes, so I might do a little All Up Pummeling feedback survey thing. See what people want to see from us in the seasons coming up.
We probably need to bring back Cheese Strat of the Week.
Probably need to bring back Cheese Strat of the Week. Yeah,
if we can get one in.
Yeah, we might end up doing another show as well, just sort of summing up the season and talking through everything, and
adding an extra hour to every other show we do.
Yeah.
More content.
More content.
Yes.
And there's some other
content.
Content. Yes, and I'm sure there'll be other stuff on the way soon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink.
Yes, indeed.
Cool. Right, thanks very much for watching this episode, and we'll see you on Twitch very soon. PK?
And we shall. So, as we say at the end of every episode of All Out Pummeling, get your teams for next season ready, because it's going to be a big one. So, we'll see you later.
Ooh. My team's already sorted.
Yeah, but that's for Gen 8, not Gen 7.
I gotta start again!
JP, it's going to be a tri-tournament. Tri-Wizard Cup. Thank you very much.
Tri-Wizard Cup tournament.
Oh, yeah, tri-type, 3 people per team, yeah.
The rotation battles only, so every time
bring it on.
Bring it on, boys. All right.
Bye. Till next time, till the grand final.
To the grand
See
final.
You there.
Bye.
Be there or be square.
God, that's so lame.